Hi again then guys, and welcome to, of course, another speed tune for Horizon 4, this time for one of the two new cars to drop today. I'm not sure what the availability on that is, if it's VIP only or if others can access it. I'm not sure, but either way, it's the Deberti Design, I believe it is, Mustang. I mean, it is a Mustang, obviously, I believe it's called the Deberti. It came alongside, of course, the Lamborghini Performante Spider. I'll probably do a tune for that one as well, but for now I decided to start with the Mustang because you've got some interesting tuning options when it comes to this one. My hopes were measured as far as tuning this one. It could be really good, it could be okay. Sometimes show cars, in my experience, can be a little bit overrated. They're all show, no go. However, with this one, that's not the case. Now, as you can see, it's got great specs, 1.7 to 60, 3.8 to 100, 268 flat out. So for top speed, it's not the fastest thing in the game, but the acceleration is very good. Even from 0 to 100, which is typically where you'll start to see a little bit of a drop. So that's a very healthy number to have. And of course, that's not even on drag tyres. So if you fit drag tyres, it will be even quicker. Of course, you will sacrifice some handling though. Now, as far as the upgrades go, I have gone for the V12 engine with all-wheel drive, the twin-turbo, etc, etc. Fit all of your racing parts, except for the roll cage, which you don't need, and you don't need the front or rear wing. But I know many people don't like the V12, just on principle, so if you don't, you do have some pretty good options, because the V12 gives you 1500 horsepower, the V10 gives you around 1200, or the standard engine, if you are a purist, can actually be tuned up to over 1300 horsepower. So that's pretty good. Don't expect it to be as quick as this, because this is the 1500 horsepower V12 engine, which is why I'd recommend it. But at least you do have the options if you don't want the V12. Now, as far as the gearbox, I'd recommend a final drive of 3.55. Then for the individual gears, very simple, very familiar to those who've used my tunes before, because you don't really need to do anything radical for this one. First gear 2.9, then 2, 1.51, 1.18, 0.95 and 0.77. Then as far as the alignment, neutral camber, neutral toe. Of course, all-wheel drive does the majority of the work for you. As far as the caster, I've gone for 4 degrees because it's a relatively large car. The Mustang isn't small anyway, plus the wide arch kit makes it even bigger. So you could increase that if you want to stiffen it up a little bit, lower it for the opposite, of course. Anti-roll I've got on 20 and 15, springs on 145 with the lowest possible ride height, dampers on 12 and 5, aero, as I said, doesn't apply for this one, and as far as the diff, I've opted for 100% on the acceleration side of things, 0 for decel, and a 70% split. I find that that's pretty good for this one. If you want it to be a little bit more maneuverable, say above 100 miles per hour, then you could increase that to 75 or even 80, but you will lose a little bit of launch off the line. So you have to decide what you want, of course. Now, this tune is on my storefront for those who have the car. You can just use the keywords in the description or add my gamer tag to find it easily. But of course, what you want to see is how quick can it actually go. Now, as you can see from the gameplay here, when the game isn't busy shoving endless cars in your way, so it's difficult to get the kind of top speed that you want, the car can definitely get up to 268 very quickly and very easily. It's a pretty strong car across the board. If you want to use this tune from my storefront or copy this one yourself, I hope you have a ton of fun with it, and be sure to click here on screen to see all of my other tunes, and check out my storefront for loads of tunes that aren't even on YouTube yet. But that's it overall. I'll see you guys next time, and for now, as always, thanks for watching.